Hey, welcome back to another Black City Coffee vlog. In this video, I'm very excited to start documenting, starting the process really. I actually started like 5 in the morning, finally putting down real work, I guess, towards this idea that we've been kind of throwing around ever since we got into coffee, which is probably like 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, I started on a hot top, and then about a year ago, I started on the 1 kg Mill City roaster. So, we're originally wedding photographers, so we do have some money to kind of throw places, but we've had the bad, not bad, but like unfortunate or challenging issue of trying to grow in other ways outside of wedding photography and it not really working out well. And I think most of that is because we're a certain type of entrepreneur. We really have to be incredibly passionate and involved and be the decision makers when it comes to investing and running a business and stuff like that. So, with coffee truly being another one of our just being ours, we felt like we could have the control that we needed and um, in all due time or in all good time, put forth the money, the capital that was needed to grow coffee. And I put a ton of like bumpers and brakes starting this off and not really going gung ho with anything because I just had a really kind of like bad experience in the past of like being a very good quick start and then kind of like sizzling out pretty quickly too. So I really wanted to make sure that I was passionate and that I was in control of my role in coffee. And now we're at this point where the pandemic happened. It wasn't good for our wedding photography business, as you may know, like any gatherings, any, being surrounded by many people, being in indoor spaces, so anything like that. So it really put a wrench in our plans in terms of growing our wedding photography business. But it was always a part of our dream, my husband and I, to do something where we were involved in products. So that was his sort of dream. My dream was to be involved in coffee. So now we have coffee. We're selling coffee. We seem to be growing at a rate that is proving to us or saying to us that it may not be crazy numbers and it may not be like windfalls of money coming in, but I love to do this and I love making content about it. And I don't see that the day-to-day work of what I want to do in this business, because there's so many things to do that I haven't even touched, but the parts of this said coffee business, I love to do them. So obviously, we would need to hire out for other roles in the business, but I could see myself being a roaster for a very long time, um, being the vision head for where and what Black City Coffee is all about in the future, marketing it, and all the things that I kind of already do, but for KLV, except that I do a little bit more in terms of art, I guess, because of the art of roasting. So today, December 19th, 2020, I started to actually make a Google Sheet, which you can see here uh, on my screen here. And I started to write down, one of my mentors always did this when he was ready to invest in something. He had the item, the quantity, the price, the link, and then the notes. And so, having really no idea how to even go about starting and what we want to do is a coffee trailer. Um, do we think eventually brick and mortar? I don't know. I really love the idea of everything's in this little mini trailer, and I like to keep the vision and the dream a little bit small, small scale in terms of like, oh, do you want to be like Blue Bottle or something? No, I do not. I want to keep it very, very small. And if I can do what I love and pay my bills, I'll be very, very happy. I'm basically already happy now. But since our means of making income may change in the next couple of years, it's kind of putting a fire under us to start thinking about, okay, what do things really cost? And so the first thing I did was go on YouTube and research what I'll need. And even when you say you're going to go do that, I feel like you don't really make the real progress until you write stuff down. And if you do it digitally, it's going to be cleaner, it's going to be easier to edit. And yet, even though I'm saying these things, I still won't do it until like the last second. And that's because I think I'm not, like I've said before, I'm not a naturally a big dreamer. I like to sort of work within, what I can. So I'm trying to exercise my dreamer muscle, if you will. I just never did it before, so I'm not really comfortable dreaming big and just writing numbers down and being like, these are just numbers. And it's been kind of eye-opening for me to look at the cost of things. So I got a quote for a trailer, and it's probably going to cost, I think this is an overestimation. I think I can probably get it in around $8,000 maybe, or $7,000 or $8,000. Okay, and then I started to think, what's the easiest way that we could go about serving our coffee here? And we're in SoCal, so I'd love to be able to like trawl this or haul this trailer around all the cool places that we love to go. We love to adventure outdoors. We love to bike, mountain bike. We love to camp and things like that. And imagine if we had some like straight up overlanding wheels on this trailer and just like go anywhere, as best as we can, right? And what I would want to focus on first, just because for cost's sake, the trailer is going to be the largest expense for this first big step into expanding and possibly popping up in locations, so that friends and family who are here in California, I feel that I don't know if it's validated, but I would love to maybe, if I'm buying from a small company in California, I would love to not have to pay for shipping all the time. I would love to just go to a place, engage with the atmosphere of that place, and buy it there. Now, because we're in SoCal, traffic's a big issue. But that means if we can move our trailer around, that means we can maybe possibly go to people. So like whenever LA opens up again, we would like go to LA, right? Instead of LA peeps coming down to Chino or San Bernardino County or Orange County, right? So just to be able to go where our customers are and to make it easier for them to find us, I think that would be really exciting. So, and that's why we're going with the trailer thing. If we ever get to a brick and mortar thingy, which I really just don't even want to think about it right now. But everything's possible. I always kind of say that. So I would love to have a trailer, not do espresso yet, unless I can find a really great deal on an espresso maker. And there would be the issue of having a really trained barista behind the espresso maker. And if I was going to be spending thousands of dollars anyway for an espresso maker, I think I'd want to get either the best or close to the best, right? So I'd have my eyes on La Morasco. I'd have my eyes on Slayer or something like that. And that's a huge, huge, huge investment. So we could do it, but I think it's jumping the gun a little bit. I would say I would have to feel that we would need more financial proof, more brand proof, more, just more proof in the brand, I guess, for me to feel comfortable spending that amount of money. So we're going to roll with pour over. Pour over and drip coffee, and then in the summer do maybe like iced coffee. And I think considering the cost of all these things, maybe it's going to be like, I'm going to say $12,000. Let's shoot for $12,000 because just that I'm looking at the numbers right here, I think that if I nix all of the big ticket items like the espresso maker, we can get a good grinder. Doesn't have to be Malkonig or something like that. Something really good for now, because eventually we would have to get another grinder anyway. So I would be okay with investing in maybe a commercial grinder, but it doesn't have to be the best. So I could save maybe $1,000 there. And so I want to keep this budget like, I think 12 grand is really reasonable. Maybe 12 to 15 grand I think is really reasonable to start up a trailer and to hire people as well to work and keep it to where if I still need to address my first job, which is what I currently do right now, I can do that. Like I don't want to start another business where I have to be there every single day and kind of be a slave to it. That would be cool. I mean, I'd be down to do that, but I have other priorities, right? So nobody's been able to replace me yet in my job. So until that happens, I can't 100% give myself to anything else because it always has to go to my first job so that we keep remaining successful. But yeah, so we're just going to roll pretty simply like that, but it's still a great way, I think, to sell bags of coffee, get our name out there, engage with our customers, and start to learn a little bit more about coffee industry, coffee world, and our own consumers. And I'm betting through this time, we're going to see, we're going to really find out who we are as a company, as a coffee roastery and everything. And it just feels kind of like it's wide open. Like, well, we're going to just find out, aren't we? We're like a very excited but untapped clay mold where we have a lot to chip away. We're excited to do it, but there's a lot to chip away. So yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. This is going to take some time to get the trailer. First of all, there are a bunch of permits, maybe even inspections, licenses that you need to do. It's going to be like this trailer has to be DOT approved. It has to pass inspection. It has to have certain things in order to pass the health permit. Whoever's working in the trailer, which it will probably hold around 2 to 3 people max. But I probably only have 2. Yeah, maybe 3 people in there at a time, like me, my husband, and then whoever's working the coffee and everything. Yeah, so I've been shopping around. I've been shopping for custom cups, straws, milks. I just tried oat milk, so we're definitely going to have that in there. I love the oat milk. Uniforms. I've got a new design coming in for, let me show you. A new design for our supposed uniforms, but I think it could kind of be cool as just as a shirt, a t-shirt. So I designed this the other day and I was like, dude, this is pretty sick. Like I would love this on the back of a shirt. And then the front is just our logo. And that would kind of like be, and maybe a dad cap with the logo on it or something like that. That would be the uniform. And I was thinking that we would do either long sleeve shirts or t-shirts, and it's going to be winter right now, so we do some maybe sweatshirt action, and then do the half apron. See, this is a full apron, and I feel that if it's not the right fit, for me, even this apron, that drags. That thing pulling on your neck, even though it's a tiny weight, it doesn't feel good after wearing it for a long time. After a long day of roasting, it doesn't feel good. So I think I'm going to go for the half apron, pockets and everything, something for the towel, and all that stuff, and it will still look pretty dope, like leather trims, canvas, apron, everything like that. So yeah, and that'll just look pretty sick, I think. And menu sign, napkins, like all these little things I didn't even think about yet, but I started to write it down, like, oh yeah, we're gonna need napkins, steers, sugar, milk, half and half, oat milk, like I said. And then like lids, I was like, oh shit, yeah, we need lids. So how much is that? Okay, how much is a cold lid? Because you need for cold drinks, you'll need cold lids. So stuff like that just doesn't, and it starts to add up a little bit. But I've got everything here, and I feel good about finally, writing things down. As I don't like to, maybe I'm afraid of, not the work. I can always do the work. I think for whatever reason, I'm afraid to dream. and to be the visionary in some ways, because it's not really my forte. You know, I'm more of a manager. I'm more of a worker bee. So to be a visionary, I'm not used to it, even though I do want to do it so badly. It's probably a weird psychology thing, some sort of childhood trauma, whatever. But yeah, so what's super exciting, I'll show you. What can I show you? Let me see. The trailer. I could kind of give, like, we're not getting it right now, but we have an idea of what we want to get. Let me see here. And this place is kind of like local to us. So it would kind of look like, that's a terrible picture, like this. I don't want to show too many pictures just because I don't know. Like, I don't want to put it out there like, oh, we're going to get this or anything. But this is basically what I would be needing. And this place called Arete Food Trailers, they have almost everything. Now, and they'll custom make everything for you. So this is basically what we're looking at. I'm going to nix this bench, this bench freezer. I don't think we need this. Coffee machine, espresso machine. So they've kind of got it planned out already. It's got the sinks already that you need to pass inspection, a generator box. So you still need to think about buying a generator to fuel all your electronics and everything. And then a door in here, and it's kind of I'm small, so I'll fit in there, no problem. But yeah, it's going to be kind of tight moving around, and say you got a lot of orders and stuff. We're going to do most likely a matte black finish and have the logo on all sides and stuff like that, and maybe have a cool design. This design was pretty sick, though. Where was it? Where did I pull that? That looks pretty dope. We can refine this a little bit more. I did a pretty rough job with the coloring and everything, but yeah, so that's what's going on. I think it's super exciting. As I said, I haven't been, personally, I haven't been feeling too much about it. I've been kind of pulling the brakes on this thing, and I think because psychologically I'm like, hold your horses, like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, because I feel just in the past sort of like 5 or 6 years, we've always got ahead of ourselves. And I'm sorely disappointed after, not disappointed, but even upset, pissed off that, we didn't take the time, or we weren't careful. We weren't thinking about all the things, just being a little bit more level-headed, too much sort of living in the clouds. I don't really like that. I like to have my feet on the ground. So, and my husband's opposite of me. So I want to make sure I'm pumping the brakes a lot. And sometimes I feel like, am I being a killjoy? But I come back to me and I go, no, I'm just trying to be responsible. I'm just trying to learn from our mistakes. And then I approve myself. So yeah, so this is the first video. A little bit kind of boring, like not too exciting, but I think it's important for me to document it, just because who knows, in however many months, or maybe it's years later, that we finally get everything that we were kind of thinking about, like the trailer. We'll look back on December 19th, 2020, and think, hey, look, it was just an idea then. It was just a dream then, but you documented it. Okay, so that's it. Free shipping this holiday season from 12/13. Oh wait, from now until, where's my little thingy? Oh, okay, till January 7th. I remember that now. January 7th, we have a limited holiday gift set. I need to update that. Somebody just bought one, so we have 5 left. I think we have 5 left. We got 2 soaps in here that I made by hand. They're goat milk, shea butter, and aloe. So super good for your skin. They smell fantastic. If you like more masculine but subtle scents, I don't like flowery stuff. I don't like candy stuff. I don't like girly stuff, quote unquote girly stuff. I like more masculine scents. So that's what I created. So it'd be good for like the men in your life, or your friend or your buddy or your pal. But even I think women, some women who are like me, who like that stuff, maybe they'll like it too. So there's a 4 ounce in there and then a 12 ounce in there. And please note that we've changed our bags. So we have the new bags now. They look like this. Hold on. They look like this. So much cleaner setup. I want to make a video about bags and labels and things like that. But the new labels are, even though these are fairly new too, I'm having new labels shipped in because we're still having issues with this one. But they won't come until the new year. So look for that video in the new year. But you still have your roast date right there. And everything else that you'll need. Okay? So yeah, one of these in our gift box, and that's our limited holiday gift set. We only have like 5 left, I believe. Otherwise, we have our normal offerings, the Black Mamba Espresso blend. We have all of our sample packs. And I might discontinue these. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Okay? Well, good things, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and supporting us here at Black City Coffee. Keep following for the journey to when we finally get our mini trailer. I do also plan before we even get the trailer to pop up somewhere. Just to see, just to go through the motions. You know, I don't know if I want to do it all the time. I just want to see if I like it. If I like that kind of jam, maybe we're just at a table and we just pop up right there and maybe make some people some coffee. I don't know. And I really got to learn how to do some latte art because mine looks like crap. But I am really enjoying lattes with oat milk. I've never really liked lattes before, but with oat milk, I really like it. There's this sweetness that I get with it that I just love. All right. Good things. See you next time. Have a great rest of the weekend. Happy holidays. Bye.